Boer Prophet, Siener van Rensburg, Part 14, Visions of Siener by CP Nieuwenhuizen, March 1916. If this is the first time that you see one of these videos, please watch the previous videos to understand what this is all about, especially Part 1. If you have watched all of the previous videos, then you will start to see patterns that emerge, and one can start to decipher the visions to some extent. Please note that all interpretations provided are those by the person mentioned, and that I do not personally do any interpretations of the visions. Let's begin with 1 March 1916. Vision number 180. Siener sees. The men are outside, and the light shines through. A bunch of canes that have been finished go out. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. They are going home, the rebels. Great relief. A bunch of canes that have been finished in prison also go out. 2 March 1916. Vision number 181. Siener sees. The pot and everything has burnt out. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Peace. 3 March 1916. Vision number 182. Siener sees. A bunch of canes that have been finished and that go out. Another bunch of canes which are not yet finished, but which also go out. He sees the people out there. He is out there and he wears a white jacket. The maize bucket is empty. There are just a few kernels in it. We are all dressed in white, and the people out here are all around me. The large pot under which the fire is, then they open the lid, then the flames come out of the pot. The people who are dressed in blue, who bow. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. The canes that go out and the people Siener sees outside refers to the Afrikaner people who have been pushed out. World political. But the attitude is one of peace. Great scarcity of food during this time. We have all died already, as Siener and the rebels. People want to know what I said or predicted from Siener's perspective. A revolution. See what's going on. A fierce revolution or war will start somewhere. Blue indicates Germans. We meet them. Germans bow with a greeting. 4 March 1916, vision number 183. Siener sees. The maize bucket is empty. There are only a few kernels in it. We are all dressed in white. The people who are outside and all around him. The large pot under which there is a fire, and the fire comes out of it when they lift the lid. The people who are wearing blue, who bow. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. See vision number 182 of 3 March 1916. This may have been written down in duplicate. 5 March 1916, vision number 184. Siener sees. A bunch of springboks mixing. The English come back with the guns backward. In many cornfields, the corn is still small, about 1.5 feet high. A multitude of black crows. A hilltop with a basin in which a pit is. The grass turned white, then it came back to life and later turned red. The same place comes back into view, but then everything is clean. There is a blue street and a beautiful car, like a car overlaid with silver, riding on it. The door to the east side that is closed. 2 that run around the corner. Then the bandits came around the corner in rows of 2. The black top hat that is with me. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Confused, no longer a threat. Harvest prospects, early in the season. Time carefully described. Communists, dire situation. A drought that is severe. It rained. Red grass means it's ripe. A red revolution. Situation resolved. The pit and black crows. German thinking. Very luxurious. German prosperity. Pretoria. Two people squabbling. Criminals who are released. Murders aimed at Afrikaners. 6 March 1916, vision number 185, Siener sees. The grape baskets are empty. The peaches lie in the trench. I'm going over a cement floor. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Faith. There is nothing left of our faith. We literally do everything contrary to our Bible and our Christian way of life. Our economy is collapsing. Afrikaner folk is suffering. Cement and hard, cold floor. The unknown. 9 March 1916, vision number 186, Siener sees. A well laid out with tin. Then a wood came up into it like a pounding block, and then clear water also came out. I see a long wall, and out there a long downhill. Then it was light. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. A dire situation, which is hidden. Separate bran from grain. The truth comes out. Separation, a long period of isolation. Our country is on a long downhill path of decline. And the situation becomes clear. 11 March 1916, vision number 187, Siener sees. The door is open, but the far door is still locked. The man who comes from the outside. They close the blue door behind him. The baskets move away from here. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Foreign countries and Europe are inaccessible. An intruder, communism. The Germans shut him out. To Southwest Africa, now Namibia. 12 March 1916, vision number 188. Siener sees the light that comes from the front. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. An insight that one gets. 13 March 1916, vision number 189. Siener sees. The booklet with the shiny letters. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Predictions recorded. See Psalm 12 verse 7. 14 March 1916, vision number 190, Siener sees. Jan Pretorius walks around in his white clothes. People sit around a table, and one of them is Isak Claassen. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Pretend what he is not. Discussing rebellion, cover of peace. Rebel. 15 March 1916, vision number 191, Siener sees. The yellow door is open. The man with the white clothes comes here. We look like poor black people. We go out the back gate. The Englishman that becomes a Boer. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. We have access to England. The man with the white clothes, might be the one previously mentioned, comes to us under false pretenses. The Afrikaner folk are humiliated. Treachery. 16 March 1916, vision number 192. Siener sees. The high embankment against which a ladder stands. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. An uphill road, but an outcome is possible. 17 March 1916, vision number 193. Siener sees. A fire that burns high but dies again. I see my wife. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Discord, revolution, but it calms down. The Afrikaner nation is in this situation. 18 March 1916, vision number 194, Siener sees. We are outside without hats. The shallow well is filled with water. The Englishman standing at the open door. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Without shelter, excluded, as now. A dire situation, threat, plentiful news, indoctrination, lies, literally, doors open for Englishmen. 19 March 1916, vision number 195, Siener sees. The people are outside and they're splitting apart. The trench that becomes clean, the ducks that fly out suddenly. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. People are pushed out. They become directionless and separate. The situation becomes clear, or better. Those who live off media are frightened by what they have created. 20 March 1916, vision number 196. Siener sees. The spoons are out there at a table. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. The creators, raiders, negotiate outside around us. 21 March 1916, vision number 197. Siener sees. My daughter is dressed in clean clothes. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. The daughters of the Afrikaner folk are pure. 22 March 1916, vision number 198. Siener sees. A sign on which shiny letters are written. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. The predictions are made public. These are the predictions by Siener van Rensburg. 23 March 1916, vision number 199. Siener sees. The deep pit in which the man is standing, crooked. Commandant Els packs his basket with bread. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. A bad situation, hardship, benefiting himself. 24 March 1916, vision number 200. Siener sees. I take out my blanket and I'm dressed in clean clothes. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Untarnished. 25 March 1916, vision number 201. Siener sees. People running out of a hollow. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. People are fleeing a bad situation. 26 March 1916, vision number 202. Siener sees. People put their cups in the bucket. Blue shirts flee, bareheaded. Then an Englishman came running. The white horse comes out of there. It is light there. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. The European Economic Community. Confusion in Europe. Germans flee without protection. Englishman flees in a hurry. Peace is brought about. It is light there means we see the situation. 27 March 1916, vision number 203. Siener sees. People who are mixing and others who come out. One is dressed in blue. The fire came out with a point. Dead people are carried on stretchers. A black iron with a pump, and then it disappeared. Then there's a white bottle that's closed. Then there was a decanter, and clear water came from it. People passing by in waistcoats. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. People are unsure, confused. Great uncertainty Help is provided. Germans have a share. German help. Revolution begins at a point. Literally hard fights. Some kind of weapons, automatic weapons, pass by. Clear water comes from, it means good news, celebrated with a decanter. Important people are stripped of prestige, and they flee by, the people in the waistcoats. 28 March 1916, vision number 204. Siener sees. The people are in a circle. The Englishman stands in front of us, and he reads the name of J. Pretorius and another. It is light. A child running down the street. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. We see the situation correctly. Our normal life goes on. 29 March 1916, vision number 205. Siener sees. People who move, and they come to a trolley wagon. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Move in a specific direction. A real cart transporting goods. 30 March 1916, vision number 206. Siener sees. The two buckets that are inside one another, and two others. The train leaving, and apples peeled. Interpretation by Nelly van Zyl. Inside one another means they're empty. A great movement with departs with cargo, ready to be eaten. Food is transported because there's a famine. This then concludes this session of visions that Siener van Rensburg had during March of 1916. Please do subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload the next video. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.